Hello, friends. Imagine a world where there are no cars, no airplanes, no electricity, no phones. People travel in horse-drawn carriages and light candles to brighten their homes at night. In such a world, in 1875, a little girl was born in the small town of Arles, France. Her name was Jeanne Louise Calment. No one could have guessed that this ordinary girl would go on to make history. No one would have dreamt that she would live so long, so incredibly long, that she would shatter every record of human lifespan ever known. When she was just 14 years old, the Eiffel Tower was built in Paris. She was there to witness it, an event that today feels like ancient history. When she turned 21, she got married, just as Mahatma Gandhi moved to South Africa to begin his great journey. Jeanne was only 6 years younger than Gandhi, but her life would outlast his by many decades. By the time World War I shook Europe in 1914, Jeanne was 39, happily married with a daughter. The war destroyed millions of lives, but her life, filled with joy and grief, was only just beginning. In 1934, tragedy struck her family when she lost her daughter to a lung infection. Jeanne was 59, an age when many women are already grandmothers. Yet her life was not even halfway complete. Then came World War II, tearing families apart across Europe. Jeanne lost her husband when she was 64. By 1947, when India celebrated independence with Nehru hoisting the national flag, Jeanne was 72 years old. She was silently witnessing the turning of the pages of history, from the age of horses and candles to cars and electricity. By the time humans landed on the moon in 1969, Jeanne had celebrated her 94th birthday. Imagine that a woman who was born before electricity became common, living to see men walk on the surface of the moon. In 1985, as India entered the age of computers and technology under Rajiv Gandhi, Jeanne was 110 years old. She finally moved into a nursing home, and the world began to take notice. Newspapers wrote about her. Television crews filmed her. Scientists marveled at her. She had become the oldest living human on Earth. And then, in 1997, at the age of 122, Jeanne Louise Calment passed away. By then, the Internet age had begun, and humanity was already stepping into a new millennium. Jeanne had lived through it all, from the horse carriage to the computer. She crossed all boundaries of imagination. No human being has ever been recorded to live longer than her. So the big question is, how did she do it? What was the secret behind living such a long life? Was it luck? Was it her lifestyle? Or was it something else entirely? Scientists around the world have been obsessed with this mystery. To live to 122 years, of course, you need luck. But how much of it is luck? And how much of it is the way you live your life? This question was studied in Denmark when scientists analyzed the lives of more than 2,800 twins. Their research concluded that only about 20% of lifespan depends on genetics. The other 80% is shaped by lifestyle and environment. What you eat, how you move, the way you live, the habits you follow, these things decide how long you will live. This revelation led researchers to an exciting idea. If lifestyle matters so much, why not study the people who are already living the longest? That's when explorer and author Dan Buettner began working with National Geographic in the early 2000s. He and his team studied areas in the world where an unusual number of people live to be 100 or older. These rare areas were called blue zones. The first one was Sardinia in Italy, where men were found to be the longest living. Then came Okinawa in Japan, famous for the longest disability-free life expectancy. Loma Linda in California, a community of Seventh-day Adventists, was another. The Greek island of Icaria and Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula completed the list. These 5 places were marked by extraordinary longevity. The people there not only lived longer, but also stayed healthier. The question was, what exactly were they doing differently? Dan and his team studied them for years and discovered 9 lifestyle habits common across all blue zones. These habits came to be known as the Power 9, the secrets of living long and healthy lives. And friends, before I reveal these secrets one by one, let me ask you something important. If you are someone who dreams of living a long, healthy, happy life, then you will want to hear these 9 habits. And if you are new here and love learning mind-blowing facts like this, make sure you subscribe right now so you never miss out. Because what comes next could add years to your life. The first secret of the blue zones is movement. Not the intense gym workouts or running marathons that we see in the modern world, but small, natural movements every day. In these villages, people walk to meet friends, to work, to shop. They grow gardens and work with their hands. In Okinawa, many homes don't even have chairs and tables. People sit on the floor to eat, forcing themselves to sit and stand multiple times a day. These small but constant movements keep every muscle active. Compare this with our lives sitting at desks, driving cars, watching TV for hours. Research shows that sitting for more than 6 hours daily can increase your chance of dying in the next 20 years by 19%. Just 11 minutes of walking a day reduces the risk of early death by 25%. That's how powerful movement is. The second secret is purpose. In Okinawa, they call it ikigai, your reason for being. In Costa Rica, it's called plan de vida, a life plan. People who have a strong sense of purpose live up to 7 years longer. And it doesn't have to be something world-changing. It can be anything that gives you satisfaction. A hobby, a craft, helping others. The key is to never feel like life has no meaning. The third secret is stress management. Everyone gets stressed, but people in blue zones have daily rituals to release it. Okinawans pray to their ancestors. Sardinians gather with friends for happy hour. Icarians nap in the afternoon. Adventists pray. Stress ages you, destroys your heart, and shortens your life. But these people know how to downshift every single day. The fourth secret is the 80% rule. In Japan, they call it harahakebu. Stop eating when you are 80% full. Ancient Ayurveda said the same leave a part of your stomach empty. Science today confirms this. Eating less not only prevents disease, but also slows aging. Fasting has always been part of human culture, and now we know why. The fifth secret is diet. People in blue zones eat mostly plants, beans, lentils, vegetables, grains, and tubers. Meat is eaten rarely, if at all. In Loma Linda, many are vegetarian or vegan. Studies from around the world now prove that plant-based diets reduce the risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and dementia. In fact, 95% of centenarians in blue zones ate plant-based food. The sixth secret is wine, but here's the twist. Older studies suggested that a glass of red wine daily might help, but newer research says no amount of alcohol is truly safe. Centenarians live long despite drinking, not because of it. The real benefit comes from the antioxidants in grapes. So if you want the benefit, eat grapes instead. The seventh secret is belonging. Almost every centenarian interviewed was part of some community, often faith-based. Whether you believe in God or not doesn't matter. Being part of a group, helping people, and having that sense of belonging can extend your life by up to 14 years. The eighth secret is family. Centenarians prioritize loved ones, living near parents and grandparents, staying committed to one partner, and investing in children. Family gives stability, love, and support that strengthens health and spirit. The ninth and final secret is the right tribe. Okinawans form lifelong friendships with small circles of close friends. Research shows habits like smoking, obesity, even happiness and loneliness are contagious. Surround yourself with the right people, and living healthy becomes natural. Today, Dan Buettner believes a new blue zone is rising Singapore, not because of tradition, but because of government policies. Healthy food is subsidized, junk food is taxed, walking is promoted, and families are encouraged to live near each other. Life expectancy has soared by 25 years in recent decades. So now you know, friends, the secrets of living long, healthy, fulfilling lives. Maybe you won't break Jeanne Louise Calment's record of 122 years, but by following these habits, you can easily live a century. Imagine the memories you will create, the generations you will see, the history you will witness. And now I want to ask you something. If you had the chance to live past 100, what is the one thing you would want to experience in your lifetime? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your answers.